He was kidnapped from his home in Roman Britain at 16 years old, shipped across the sea, and sold as a slave in Ireland. He spent 6 years alone on a hillside, tending sheep in the cold. Then he escaped, and then, years later, he went back. His name was Patrick, and what he went back to do changed an entire civilization. Patrick was born around 385 A.D. in Roman Britain, likely in the west of England or Wales. His father was a deacon and his grandfather a priest. Patrick later admitted he was not particularly religious as a boy. He was an ordinary teenager living a comfortable life in a Roman family when everything changed. Around 401 A.D., Irish raiders attacked his village. They took Patrick along with many others and sailed west. He was sold to an Irish chieftain named Miliach and set to work as a shepherd in the hills of what is now County Antrim in Northern Ireland. For 6 years, he had almost no human contact. Patrick wrote that during those 6 years, alone on the hillside, he prayed constantly, sometimes 100 prayers a day. His faith, which had been lukewarm before his capture, became the most real thing in his life. Then one night, he heard a voice telling him a ship was ready and it was time to go. He walked nearly 200 miles to the coast and found the ship. He made it back to Britain and was reunited with his family. They begged him to stay. Then he had a dream in which he heard the voices of the Irish people calling him back. He trained as a priest, was ordained a bishop, and returned to the island that had enslaved him. He spent the next 30 years converting Ireland to Christianity. Patrick died around 461 A.D. He had no army, no political power, and no wealth. He wrote that he considered himself a sinner and an unlearned man. Within a generation of his death, Ireland had become one of the most Christian nations in Europe and would go on to preserve literacy and learning through the Dark Ages. Every March 17th, the world celebrates a man most of them know almost nothing about.